Hey, what's up guys, Will here for GSM Arena. You might be familiar with Xiaomi's popular mid-ranger, the Mi 9T, also called the Redmi K20. Well, we've just got our hands on the sequel, the Redmi K30, and it's bringing a bunch of upgrades. So let's check it out. The Redmi K30 is the Chinese version of the phone, though we're expecting an announcement for the global version, the Mi 10T, pretty soon. First, we have a cardboard package. Inside is some paperwork, and a clear silicone case for extra protection. There's also a SIM tool packed in here. Now finally, the phone. It's really reflective. And have a look at that camera bump. It almost has a sort of 3D look to it, like some kind of globe. Moving on. Under here we have the 27-watt charger. Should be faster than last year's. And of course the charging cable. So now that we have the Redmi K30 in our hands, let's go over its key features. First, a large, shiny build. The K30 is made from glass with an aluminum frame. Though most phones these days are shiny, it seems like manufacturers are still trying to outdo each other. The round accent around the camera bump is actually flush to the back of the phone. It's mirror-like and makes for a pretty unique look. Next, a large, high refresh rate screen. You usually think of gaming phones when it comes to these sorts of displays, but the K30's has a 120Hz refresh rate, double that of a typical phone. It's a 1080p IPS LCD and a pretty large one too, at 6.7 inches. You may notice the hole punch cutout for the dual selfie cam up at the top. This is in contrast to the previous model, which has an AMOLED with no cutout thanks to its pop-up selfie cam. So it makes sense that instead of an under-display fingerprint reader, we have a different solution here. Alright, let's get into the cameras. The Redmi K30 has a quad camera setup. There's a 64-megapixel quad bare main cam, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, a 2-megapixel macro camera, and a depth sensor. In some ways, it's an upgrade over the previous model. Now there's a higher res main camera and a macro cam, but you have a lower res ultra-wide here, and the telephoto is missing. Next, upgraded performance. Sort of. The Redmi K30 is packing a Snapdragon 730G chipset. Not a big upgrade over the Snapdragon 730 of the Redmi K20, but this one has higher clock speeds, especially in the GPU, so if anything, I'd expect the gaming performance to be a little better. The phone runs Xiaomi's MIUI 11 over Android 10, and between the solid chipset and high refresh rate screen, everything feels quite fast and fluid so far. And finally, a larger battery. The K30 has a 4500 mAh battery, 500 more than the previous model, which already has awesome battery life. So there you have it guys, the Redmi K30 or possibly Mi 10T globally looks like a nice mid-range phone, but while many of its features are clear upgrades over the previous model, some aren't, like the similar chipset, the switch to an LCD screen, or the lack of a telephoto cam. What do you guys think? Let us know down below, and I'll see you soon with our full review.